हाँ హలో రామకృష్ణ
మేడం
వినపడుతుంది కదా?
వినపడుతుంది మేడం. హలో
ఓకే ఓకే
హలో
ఓకే వినపడుతుంది నాకు. ఐ కెన్ హియర్. కనపడుతుంది. Hello, can I start the class now? Okay. Today the topic I am going to deal with is input devices. So what are input devices? What are input devices in CAD/CAM? How do we give input to the CAD/CAM? And the devices that we use to give input to the system are called as input devices. Means the devices that we give with the devices that we use to give input to the system are called as input devices. So what are the input devices and how many input devices we have? and we need to know about the input device. The devices which are used to give input to the device, usually we give input in two possible ways. First, the input, the way we give the input is text type, and the next input which we give is graphics type. The input that is given in the text type are like alpha numericals, like alphabets 0 to 9. All those are given in the text type. And the input devices that are given in the graphics type are locating devices, digitizers, and image input devices. Locating devices means the locating devices provide the position of the location on the screen. And digitizers means digitizers are considered as electronic drafting boards. And image input devices are video frame graphic devices. So now let's come to the second slide. Second slide. The first option of the input device are the first option of the input devices are the first one which we take is keyboard. Keyboard is the first main input device, and we have some more divisions. First one is keyboard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 input devices. The first one is keyboard, and the keyboard, it is the most commonly used. This is most commonly used input device. It is used to input data in a written form. Keyboard is merely a collection of memory switches. So this is the keyboard which we are using now. This is called as a keyboard. Keyboard is one of the main input device. Actually, the keyboard is connected to computer by means of registers. In the last topic, I have discussed about the 3 types of registers which we have. Usually, when we connect the keyboard, it is connected to the registers. It is connected to the registers whose contents can be read by the computer. A keyboard typically has 2 registers, one to set the status bit when the key is being struck, and the other to identify the character code. So we use 2 registers for the keyboard. First one to struck the status of the keyboard, and next one to click on the character of the keyboard. So this is the keyboard which we have, which I have shown you in the screen. This is nothing but a keyboard that I have shown you in the screen. The second input devices are, there are many other input devices. The second input device is, first, instead of going to the second one, first we divide the keyboard into 2 types. The keyboard, when it is divided into 2 types, a keyboard is divided into 2 types. So the first one is normal keyboard. How the normal keyboard appears as, this is the normal keyboard which I am showing you, which we are also now using in the systems. The first normal, what is a normal keyboard means? The keyboard that we are using. It consists of functions F1 to F12. It consists of alphanumerical keys, capital A to Z, small a to Z, and 0 to 9. This consists of a special keys, Alt, Control, Enter, Leave, Home, End, AC, etc. And numerical keypad from 0 to 9, and separate a keypad on the left side of the keyboard, which is from 0 to 9, plus, minus, star, percentage, at the rate of, etc. will be given on the numerical keyboard. This is nothing but a normal keyboard, and you know this normal keyboard very well. Right? So now coming to the second type of keyboard is nothing but a multimedia keyboard. So the keyboard is distinguished into 2 types. First one is a normal keyboard, and the next one is a multimedia keyboard. How the multimedia keyboard appears? Now I show you how the multimedia keyboard appears. This is a multimedia keyboard, and the up one which I am showing you in the diagram is a normal keyboard, and the down one is a multimedia keyboard. And the difference between the normal keyboard and multimedia keyboard is Multimedia keyboard has some additional keys to operate multimedia operations like volume up, volume down, play, pause, volume up, volume down, play, pause, excuse me. Volume up, volume down, play, pause, stop, etc. These are the extra options which we have in a multimedia keyboard. So these volume up, volume down, play, pause are called as a multimedia operations which are being also done in this keyboard. Usually in this normal keyboard we have up, down, left, right arrows, whereas in the multimedia keyboard we have all the record options also, like volume. We can increase the volume, we can reduce the volume, we can play, we can pause, and we can stop. Everything can be done using the keyboard. The next one. So input devices are, the second option is mouse. The second input keyboard device is mouse. So how the mouse is? Mouse is what is meant by the mouse? So I'm showing you the mouse, how the mouse appears. This is the mouse, which is nothing but a pointing device used to instruct instructions to the computer. It is handheld. It is handheld that controls the pointer on the screen. It is handheld that controls the pointer on the screen, which means we are holding it by the hand and then we move it by the hand or the fingers on the hand, so that the screen is controlled by using multimedia device. Next one, by using this mouse, it has two buttons. One, it has a left button as well as right button. As you know, it has what the mouse has. It has left button, it has right button, and it has one scrolling wheel. With the help of mouse, you can draw images, select options, move text and images. So what is the use of the mouse? You can select options, you can move text, you can move images. Everything can be done using a pointer. Okay, that is nothing but a mouse. The second one, now I am coming to the slide of input devices again. The mouse also is distinguished into two types. First one is a traditional mouse, and the next one is uh, first one is a traditional mouse, and the next one is optical mouse. So coming to the traditional mouse. Coming to the traditional mouse. So this is a traditional mouse which consists of a left button, which consists of a right button, and which consists of a roller in between. The traditional mouse is used a ball bent into number of bottom with the two small rollers placed two sides of a ball, 90 degrees angles to each other. So the rollers are placed on two sides of the ball at 90 degrees to each other. A sensor detector detects how much each roller spins and sends the information to the computer. The sensor detects, so we have a sensor in the traditional mouse which detects how much time the roller spins and how much the information is needed to be sent into the computer. So using this sensor, the detection is done in the traditional mouse, and then by the help of it, we send the data into the computer. And the pointer on the screen moves in the same direction, and based on this sensor, the pointer moves in the same direction. So now coming to the second option, second type of mouse, which is nothing but the optical mouse, which is nothing but an optical mouse. How the optical mouse is? Here the diagram is not clearly uploaded. Yes, this is an optical mouse. The optical mouse is an advanced pointing mouse. Optical means it consists of a lens. The name optical itself consists of a lens. So in optical mouse we have a light diode, means LED, and an optical sensor. We have a digital signal. We have a light diode, optical sensor, digital signal, processing in the place of a traditional mouse bar. We have an optical sensor. We have a digital signal. We have a processing in the place of a traditional mouse bar. Optical mouse need plan surface to produce high performance efficiency. Means when we are using an optical mouse, we need a plain surface. We need a plain surface. so that it produces high efficiency and efficiency and performance. Each time the mouse is moved, the beam of light is interrupted by the surface. When by using in this, we have a light ray which can be interrupted and which cannot be interrupted. So optical mouse consists of a lens inside and through which a light ray is passed so that the mouse is activated and shows the information on the screen. That is nothing but an optical mouse. So now coming to the input devices, I have discussed about two input devices. The first one is keyboard which is of normal type and multimedia type, and the next one is mouse which is of traditional and optical. So coming to the again I repeat because you are entering lately, everyone. So now I repeat, the normal keyboard is nothing but a traditional keyboard which we are using now, and a multimedia keyboard is a keyboard in which we have extra options like volume up, volume down, speed up, speed down, a computer on, computer off. All these can be played in the multimedia keyboard. So we say it as a multimedia keyboard. That's the difference between the normal keyboard and multimedia keyboard. And coming to the mouse, next input device mouse, it has also having two types. The first one is traditional mouse and second one is optical mouse. Traditional mouse is so common, the thing which we are using now, which is having left button, which is having right button, and which is having a roller in between. So each rollers are placed, each rollers are placed 90 degrees to one another in the traditional mouse. And now coming to the another one, optical mouse. How the optical mouse is operated? Optical mouse is operated by using some rays. It also consists some sensor inside, like a traditional mouse, but it is operated using the lens. Means usually optical mouse, how we need to place it? We need to place the optical mouse on a plain surface so that the light ray passes from the mouse cannot be interrupted by anything. So that is the difference between the traditional mouse and the optical mouse. So now coming to the third input device, which is nothing but a joystick. Third input device is nothing but a joystick. Here you can see the third input device. This joystick is usually used in the systems which are will have placed very large. Means when we are playing games on a board, we use this joystick. Usually, the systems where we need to play sports on like our cartoon diagrams, everything, cartoon sports or something. We'll be playing some games using systems. So there we use this joystick. The joystick appears like a brake. Means when we are driving a car, we need to move the brake upside down. The same way, the joystick also need to be moved. Need to be moved front and back on the screen. So by pressing the button, it will start. The game starts on the screen. So now let me explain. The joystick is a pointing device mostly used for playing games. This is a device used to control the actions of the computer game. So by moving to and fro, means moving vertically and backside, vertically front and fro, the joystick shares its operation. It consists of a lever used to move over the pointer on the screen and the buttons used to select options. So it has a buttons also to select the options. You can see the buttons here in the diagrams. This black one is the button. Here the red two spots are the buttons. Here the red two spots are the buttons. These are the nothing but the types of joysticks, how they are placed in the system. This is also one of the input device. Next, coming to the next option. Next input device is touch screen. Touch screen is also an input device which is appeared in the diagrams here. This is nothing but a touch screen, or where you are using now the Android phones. You know what is the touch screen means. Touch screen means we give the input using a finger, by touching a finger on the screen. So this is called as a touch screen. Touch screen is the easiest way to data input into the computer. Touch screen allows the user to select the items by touching the screen at appropriate spot. To select the items by touching the screen at the appropriate spot. So the items are selected by using a finger. You touch the finger on the appropriate spot what we need to move. Then based on that, the touch screen is operated. It has another feature that user's finger becomes the input device to operate the touch screen. So to operate the touch screen, you usually use your finger. So how, ma'am, when they ask us a question, we cannot draw these diagrams. How we are going to show? So you don't need to draw the diagrams. Why? Because to show it visually, I have kept the diagrams. You don't need to draw the diagrams. You can write the input device as a touch screen and explain the matter in sentences. Okay. Next, coming to the another input device, which is nothing but a microphone. Microphone is also an input device. Microphone is also an input device, which is used in the which is used in the which is used for the system. So I'm now here sharing you the for the microphones, how they are. These are the three types of microphones. The first one is handset using microphone. This is the normal microphone, and this is a phone which you use in the railway departments, usually railway departments and some assemblies. So this is a microphone which consists of a ball-like structure here, which is arranged in a cone shape, and then there is a wire which is produced inside. This is nothing but a microphone. Microphone. So microphone is the input device used to inputting the voice signal to the computer. So use input device. The input is given through not through a. This is a graphic type of input that is given. So this the input is given by our voice itself. This is called as a microphone. Microphone are commonly used for live chat. Microphone are commonly used for live chat. Commonly used for live chat. Microphone are also used to record voice into the computer. So we do a live chat and we can record the voice in the computer. Now what I am using is also called one type of a microphone, where I am using my handsets to talk to you. This is also called as a microphone. This is also one type of an input device. The question they will ask is what is an input device and what are the types of input devices, or given examples of an input device, which you have to explain all these for this question. Next input device is nothing but a scanner. So I'm showing you a scanner here. This is a scanner where the scanner is also, we have different types of scanners, and the scanner is nothing but an input device used to insert a picture into the computer. This is a peripheral device that converts a printed image into digital information. There are two types of scanners. This is a peripheral device. Peripheral device means an outward structure is called as a peripheral structure. It's a peripheral device that converts a printed image into a digital information. So when you give a printed image, to convert it into a digital information, you use a scanner to scan everything and give us a printed image. So we have scanner is of two types. The first type is flatbed scanner and second type is handheld scanner. Now coming to the flatbed scanner. You can see here the flatbed scanners which you nowadays you are using. Instead of handheld scanners are different, as well as the flatbed scanners are different. Now you can see a flatbed scanner which you are now using here. Using nowadays when we to scan everything in the phone itself, we are having a scanning option, but that is not a output device. But here we are showing an output device where we can in the phone itself we have a scanner, but it's not an input device. It is located inside in the phone itself. That never considers as a scanner. But here we can see a scanner where we put an image inside, which scans directly and send it to the computer. After scanning only, it receives the system receives the scanned part. So it is called as the input device. So this is a flatbed scanner. A flatbed scanner uses a flat surface just like photocopier. It uses a flat surface just like a photocopier. We can place a picture on the surface of the scanner. How we can place? We can place usually a picture is placed on the surface of a scanner. Scanner, what it does, it scans the image, it converts into the digital form. What the scanner do? When we place an image on the scanner, it scans the image. What is there in the printed paper? It scans the image what is placed on the scanner and converts it into the digital form, and it converts it into which form? Digital form, so that the system, it makes system easy to receive whatever the scanned item. Usually when we send any item, any image or any character or any key is pressed to the system, the system takes it in a digital form and then displays it as usual to us. But the language that the system reads is completely in a digital form. Digital form means it is from 0 to 1. It reads in the form of a 0, 1 bytes. It reads in the form of a binary digit. Usually, the program language, what the system reads is 0 to 1. It can only understand the binary digit 0 to 1. That's all. It can understand nothing else, right? So when we scan, what the scanner also do? The scanner also converts the image into, the scanner scans image and converts into the digital form. This also does the same thing. The picture can be seen on the monitor screen after scanning. So after we scan, it goes into the system in the form of a digital form, and the same picture is seen onto the monitor in which after scan. So now coming to the what is meant by the another type of a scanner, which is nothing but a handheld scanner. This is a handheld scanner. So you can see the handheld scanner here. Which is nothing but a barcode reader. Handheld scanner is nothing but a barcode reader. So you can see the barcode reader here. Handheld scanner. The example for a handheld scanner is a barcode reader. So this is a barcode reader. You can see, I am showing you in the diagram the barcodes which is explained, which is given in as a vertical lines. These are the vertical lines which are given as the barcodes. And this is a scanner which scans the barcode so that it gives the price of the object which is given. Nowadays, when you go to the shopping mall, all this barcode system is used. You can ask me, how ma'am, how the barcode reads by the scanner? Those are nothing but a straight lines, how it reads. See, the thickness of the line shows the intensity of by saying the thickness of the line gives the reading to the barcode. The thickness of the line shows the intensity, gives the intensity to the sensor. So by sensing it, by sensing the thickness of it, the price is determined here. So when you observe the barcode, you can see how, when you observe the barcode, you can see how how the lines are. The lines are a little bit thick. Certain lines are a little bit right. Certain lines have less intensity. Certain lines will have more intensity. The difference in those thickness itself shows the reading of scans the reading on the hand reader. So the sensor itself scans the reading and gives us the reading. So this is nothing but a handheld scanner. So what is a barcode reader? A barcode reader are used to read the values. What the barcode reader does? It is used to read the values printed on the product. Read the values printed on the product in the form of a vertical line. How it reads the value? It reads the value which is placed in the form of a vertical line. Vertical lines. Barcodes are recorded on the product by the manufacturers and usually carry the product number. So now, as I explained you before, barcodes are recorded on the product by the manufacturer and usually carry the product number. What they carry? They carry the product number. This is nothing but a product number. And now that's all today for the input devices. Now let me repeat again because I have some members who came very lately. So I will give you a brief explanation about the input devices again within 5 minutes, and then close the topic. And then close the topic. So what are the input devices? These are the input devices. The input devices are distinguished. The input devices are given in this type. Let me show you. So this is the complete diagram of an input devices. How the input devices are divided. How many input devices we have? Keyboard, mouse, joystick, touch screen, microphone and scanner. These are the 6 types of input devices which I have explained you. And the question that will be asked in the input devices are, what are the input devices? Explain any 5 or 6 of the input devices, or explain them with certain examples. Is the question that is being asked in the university. So Here I'm explaining you the input devices, a rough explanation, because I received some of the members who came lately to the class. So let me give a brief description about this. There are 6 types of input devices today I explained about. They are keyboard, mouse, joystick, touch screen, microphone, and scanner. Microphone and scanner. So the keyboard is distinguished into 2 types, that is normal keyboard and multimedia keyboard. The mouse is also of 2 types, that is traditional mouse and optical mouse. And we have a joystick, we have a touch screen, we have a microphone, and we have a scanner. So the scanner is also 2 types. The scanner is also 2 types. So the scanner, the 2 types of the scanner are flatbed scanner and handheld scanner. It's also 2 types. So about the normal keyboard, which is having a normal functions, which we are using now, and then multimedia keyboard, which is having open, volume up, volume down, off, power on functions also extra on that. So it is called as a multimedia keyboard. And now coming to the traditional and coming to the mouse. Mouse, normally the mouse which we have is a right hand click and left hand click and a baller in between. So these three are, and which are moved by a sensor, and this is called as a traditional type of mouse. And then if we move the mouse using a laser, means using a glass, that is nothing but an optical glasses, that is called as an optical mouse, and which is moved by a ray of light, which has to be placed on a flat surface, that is called as an optical mouse. So these are the 2 types of mouses we are using. Next, coming to the joystick. The joystick is nothing but which we use in the computer games, which is like a lever which can be moved to and fro. And this joystick can be, what we say, the joystick can be is having 2 buttons also on that, so that when we press on the button, the pointer goes and plays onto the button where we need to move. So this is nothing but a joystick. And next input device is a touch screen. The touch screen moves in such a way, when we point our finger on that, it moves, it shows the place where to be pointed, and it gives the data what is needed to be executed on the monitor. That is nothing but a touch screen. And the next input device is a microphone. Microphone is nothing but with the audio. The microphone takes the voice what we are giving, either through our mouth or through some other signals. The voice, it records the voice and it delivers the voice in a with a high pitch, that is called as a microphone. Microphone is also one of the input device, which is also called as a graphic input device. And then the scanner is also an input device. The scanner has a flatbed scanner and then handheld scanner. The flatbed scanner is also it scans the items in the takes the printed matter in the form of a graphics and then delivers onto the monitor. And a and a handheld scanner. A handheld scanner is different now, which is being used in the big shopping malls to scan the product, to scan the price of the product. We are using this handheld scanner. Nothing but a handheld scanner. This is the complete description of an input device. Actually, there are some other input devices also, which I have not placed it here. That is light pen. You might have seen this light pen. Light pen, which gives a small ray of light from a pen, which is shown onto the display screen. When we are explaining onto the display, we project that light on the display, which is called as a light pen. Light pen can also be taken as an input device. And then digitizer. Digitizer also can also be taken as an input device, which I have not placed here. So digitizer is a board in conjunction with a graphic display, which is nothing but it is like a pager, not like a pager. It is like a tablet. Digitizer appears like a tablet where it has a grid structure inside, and it gives X and Y directions to the computer. Nothing it gives X and Y directions to the computer. Once upon a time, before we get the laptops, before we get the these things, we have a tablet, and the tablet is moved using a stylus pen, which is called a stylus pen. The stylus pen is also called as a input device. So you can write many input devices. And once upon a time, we have a data gloves. Data gloves are also used as an input device, where we put a hand glove in which the sensors are attached. And by moving the hand itself, we can we can move the hand onto the screen with some distance apart. So by seeing the hand itself, there's some information is printed on the screen. That is called as a data glow. And you have thumb wheels also, which are also taken as a cursor, like a cursor. That is also an input device. So you can write all these to the input device. To my presentation, I have explained you some of the input devices. If you want to explain more, you can also write all these also can be taken as an input device. Not only the input devices that I have shown you in the presentation, light blink, data glow, stylus, digitizer, all these also can be taken as an input devices. So, participants how many? Today? Participants are there. So 12 participants. Okay. Can you please attend the class on time? On time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes